in the 80s, although, boy, that drew a heck of a number and was a very entertaining product. I'm talking about in terms of making it a wrestling show. They need to make it a wrestling show again with the bells and whistles and all that crap, true, but it needs to be a wrestling show, and we never need to see a McMahon on TV again.
Carly, you're live on the Voice of Wrestling.
Wait a second. Don't I get a chance to answer that question, too?
No, because we don't have enough time to have everybody answer the questions.
Just shut up, second banana.
I've got a simple answer to the question. Take the 30-year-old daughter of the owner out of your spot as the head of creative, and maybe put somebody in there that knows has a pulse on what society wants these days.
Carly, you're live on the Voice of Wrestling.
All I have to say is, Mark Madden, who?
What?
I thought he was going to finish.
I'm off there, Mark.
I think he was trying to make an insult. I don't know.
Well,
you never know. He said
I'll go
Mark
back
Madden.
to my job as a big-time radio star tomorrow, and all these people will be popping the zits on their faces and digging ditches. So whatever you want to say, bring it.
Carly, you're live on the Voice of Wrestling.
Hey, how you guys doing?
What's up, man?
Since we're on an MMA conversation, I was wondering, how do you guys feel about Bobby Lashley in the MMA, and do you think he has enough potential to go to UFC if Dana White allows it?
Awesome. Appreciate the phone call.
I think Bobby Lashley has a lot of potential. He's a good athlete. He's a former NAIA wrestling champion, which is a couple leagues below NCAA, which Brock Lesnar won. But I'd be careful about UFC bringing him in. You don't want to make it into like this guy used to be a pro wrestler, that guy used to be a pro wrestler. You certainly don't want to put them in the same octagon too early. Brock Lesnar's still building his credibility on the bodies of guys like Frank Mir and Randy Couture. He has more potential than Bobby Lashley to continue being a star at this level and probably even a higher level. I wouldn't want to overcrowd my company with too many guys who are perceived to be fakes by the purists.
Well, and also at the same time, I don't think...
That's an incorrect answer because obviously the model is working so far. You don't think that Kurt Angle against Brock in a real fight will draw? But don't you think there's people out there that have always wondered what these guys fought for real, how it would do? A Brock Lesnar Bobby Lashley fight will probably be by far the highest rated show they've ever done because you would sell it to the wrestling fans as the two wrestlers finally fighting for real.
What happens after?
Mark, who gives a crap? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Well, that's
like,
good. Who
cares what happens? Let me ask you a question.
You should book WWE.
Do you think they were thinking about when they put Ricky Hatton against Manny Pacquiao, okay, what are we going to do after this? No. You draw the fight, and then you see what happens, and then that's promotion. You don't worry. You don't take
good promoters always think about what you're going to do afterwards. So this is one where I will quote Jim Cornette. This is one where I will quote Jim Cornette. When Sid Vicious first came to WCW, Jim Hurt said to Jim Cornette, "This guy can draw you $1 million." And Jim Cornette said, "What'll he do next week?"
Okay. Well, what does that have to do with a real fight?
It has a lot to do with the real fight.
Okay. Hey, let me give you a perfect example, Mark.
Are you really?
Let me ask you a question. Manny Pacquiao against Floyd Mayweather Jr. Well, we can't have that because what would you do next? That's not even logic. That's brainlessness.
The show's a lot better when people don't try to shut other people down.
Let's take this other phone call.
You're always wrong. What other option do you have?
Let's take this last phone call. Caller, you're live on the Voice of Wrestling.
Yes, I have 3 quick questions. First of all, John Cena's wedding was this weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, due to the triple threat match coming at Night of Champions, do you think he can gain momentum, unlike at WrestleMania 24, to win and come through as WWE champion?
What the hell does that have to do with his wedding?
Married?
Oh my God! What a great question.
What the hell does that have to do?
He got married?
What the hell does that have to do with his wedding?
Bro, you got people calling in that think it's real. All right. I mean, what kind of fan base do you have
No,
here?
we don't have people always calling in that think it's real.
Well, this guy's been listening to your show every week, probably. I mean, what type of is this the type of show that you guys are putting on?
Oh man,
Mark, you're going to have a lot of work to do here. I got to tell you that much.
I think you've been on the show before, Glenn, so you probably know the kind of show.
Mark has?
Oh, you have.
No, you, Glenn. You've been on
I've been on the show. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I was not impressed with me on it. I was not impressed with your fan base. I'll be honest with you.
Well, I mean, I don't think we had that many people call. Hey, look,
Well, we didn't have anybody calling in when you were on the show.
I kind of tend to do the show more. I mean, I don't know. I like doing the show. I mean, the people that call in, it's up to them. I don't have control over the people that call in. I don't necessarily know. I mean, you're also kind of getting, you're getting a fan base. Any fan base is probably going to have a few people that
Hey, it's funny.
That kind of callers you want to hear call in.
And you,
well, it's interesting that Mark Madden's first day on the show, and this is the type of fan base that you guys are bringing in.
Yeah, it
That's
really
kind of a
does make me question my value.
Kind of a generalization.
Well, hey, I'm going to tell you this much though, Glenn. If you keep insulting the wrestling fans to pay, that's probably why you only get one, signed autograph every time you go out there too.
First of all, it's not one signed autograph; it's one autograph signed.
You're the one that said it, man. Not me.
Actually, I disagree with that. I think when you treat them mean, you keep them keen. I mean, my whole radio career's been based on reminding the audience that they are morons, which of course they are, and I'm sure this audience is no exception.
Hey, I've never had a problem insulting the fans that need insulting, so I don't have any problem with it. But I love it. I mean, you'll be the Brock Lesnar of our show as it comes to.
I guess it just
Mark Madden, the Brock Lesnar of your show.
Yeah, the true
No,
heel.
Mark Madden would be more like a punching bag character. The guy that runs his mouth and gets the crap beat out of him. That'll be
so he'll be the Frank Mir of the show.
Please.
No, Frank Mir's a former champion.
Let's face it. It's going to take a while for people to catch up with me because I've been out away from wrestling for a long time.
It's been a while.
I started writing for WrestleZone, not even a year ago. But nobody involved in wrestling journalism has a background I do. Nobody can talk like I do. Nobody worked in the profession at the level I did. I'm a welcome to this show. Everyone knows it.
Pal.
And it's going to make me an even bigger star than I am. You will get the rub from me. Just give
First of all, how many booking meetings have you sat in on? Huh? Would the answer have to be zero? Okay, don't talk about that nobody's reached a level that you have.
How many good ones did you sit in on?
How many good ones?
Right.
A lot of them.
Right.
Oh, God. Well, this has been a blast. Actually, it has been for me. I don't know about Nick.
Well, I'm going to start a campaign to much like when the Honky Tonk Man tried to ban the DDT. I'm going to try to ban Mark Madden.
Hey, you know what? You ask if it's over. It doesn't have to be over. You guys can keep. I mean, the show's technically is over, but you can keep going as long as you want. I mean, it's fine with me.
If the show's over, that's fine.
That's
dumb then.
Yeah, plus which you have to go let the girls out of the limo.
That's true, Glenn.
What now?
Hey, I got to give you props though, Glenn. I mean, you get out of wrestling, go make probably more money, and you get to see titties, and so it's all great.
More money than who? Not more money than me.
No, more money than what he was previously making.
Mark, but you've got a better job than I do.
That's right, because I am a super genius. I can work in any form of media. My choices are varied because I'm intelligent and educated.
Hey guys, enjoy Seth Green tonight. I think that's gonna be fun.
Oh God, I'd rather see disco than Seth Green.
I'd rather go back and listen to this show again.
Well, I'll tell you one thing Mark Madden would rather see than anything. Annika. I gotta go. Bye.
That was Glenn Gilberti, Disco Inferno, and